In this video, I want to compare two of the most popular midsize sedans on the market today, the Toyota Camry and the Honda Accord. Not only do they look great, but both are spacious and powerful and contains all the features one would be looking for. So which one wins and which one is for you? Find out. Number 1, exterior. Both the Camry and Accord look stunning in their own way. The Camry's front end is very sleek with a sporty center grille and lower bumper design. There are a lot of mesh grille in the middle, and the headlights are narrow and long and have a unique design. The Camry also offers a lot of contrast between the black and different colors. Now, the Accord's front end is less busy, with a huge chrome bar spreading across the middle with a center black grille. The LED headlights designs look fantastic, and so do the long, narrow LED fog lights. As for the side views, the Camry sits low to the ground with a low roof height, and the 19-inch wheels and the black roof on this XSE really makes it look like a sports sedan. As for the Accord, the front windshield is not as raked as much. The side windows are taller, the back C-pillar is also smaller because of the extra window. All that combined just looks like a normal sedan. The only exception, those 19-inch wheels on the Sport Edition, they really pop. Now moving on to the back side, the Camry's sporty design can clearly be seen. The trunk lid has a lip spoiler that is black and contrasts against the white body color. The taillights are not only smoke, but they have some trim along the sides, which adds a cool effect. And take a look at the bottom bumper design with the quad exhaust tip. The Accord's back end is more traditional and isn't nearly as sporty as the Camry. There's a lip spoiler on top, but it really isn't noticeable since it's body colored. The taillights and lower bumper look just normal and plain, and even the dual exhaust surrounds and the way they're shaped goes unnoticed. As for dimensions, they're within an inch apart on everything, includes length, wheelbase, front and rear track, width, and height. I'm giving the Camry a win in this category because, in my opinion, the Camry looks much more like a sports sedan with a lot of good contrast on the outside. Now, the Accord does look good, but just not nearly as good as the Camry, in my opinion. Number 2, space. Even though the exterior dimensions are very similar, the space inside between the two cars are quite different. Starting with the trunk, the Accord's trunk is quite massive, measuring 16.7 cubic feet. Now, the Camry isn't bad, but it can't really compare with its 15.1 cubic feet. In the second row, it's the same result. I'm 5 feet 10, and take a look, I have a good 8 to 10 inches of legroom left and a good 3 to 4 inches of headroom, and that is quite a lot in a mid-size sedan. Now in the Camry, I have about 4 to 5 inches of legroom and only a few inches of headroom. Even though the space isn't too small, those on the taller side will definitely run out of headroom. There's a big difference in space between the two cars in the second row. Now in the first row, the Accord also felt slightly bigger because of the additional headroom and also the width. So in this category, for space, I have to hand it to the Accord. Honda just used every bit of room in this platform to create an enormous amount of space. Number 3, interior cabin. Once you open the doors, it's hard to resist the red leather seats in this Camry XSE. They are just gorgeous looking, especially when it contrasts with the black dash and door panels. The dash has a unique driver-centric arrangement with the infotainment and climate controls. This again has a sports car vibe, and aluminum trim, glossy black trim, and red all go together very well. The steering wheel and the gauge cluster also looks very modern and matches with the rest of the cabin. The Camry still uses a traditional shifter as well. Now, moving on to the Accord, you have basically two options for seats, gray or black leather. That's pretty much it. In the case of the Sport Edition, it's gray leather with cloth in the middle. Normally, I would say they look good, but somehow they just don't look that good compared to the red leather seats from the Camry, and it makes me wish that Honda would offer some different color choices in the Accord. Now, the dash layout for the Accord is very elegant, and I like that nice large pop-out screen in the middle. There's not a whole lot of buttons, and I especially like how the climate control section is shaped and how it kind of pops out of the dash. Little things such as the knobs changing colors also is very cool. Now the steering wheel and gauge cluster also look modern in Accord, but I'm not a fan of that push button shifter. So in this category, I'm giving the edge to the Camry. Number 4, features. Now both cars are pretty comparable in this department, although they both lack some critical things. One thing that's very odd about a Camry being a family sedan is the fact that there are no ports of any kind in the second row, and that really surprised me when I reviewed it. There are no USB ports and not even a 12V outlet. Now with the Camry XSE with the V6 engine, you do get standard panoramic sunroof, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, heated seats, and Toyota Safety Sense. Includes pre-collision system, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert, auto high beam, road sign assist, and lane tracing assist. There are only 2 packages that you can get, the driver assist package and a driver assist package with navigation. Now, driver assist package adds on a bird's eye view camera system, which is really nifty, rear cross traffic braking, and ventilated front seats. However, even fully loaded, the Camry do not get things such as memory seats, heated steering wheel, heated rear seats. They're just not available. Moving on to the Accord Sport also doesn't come with USB ports in the rear, although they are optional, so you can add them on. On the Sport Edition, you get heated seats, but on the Touring trim, you get heated and ventilated seats. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is standard, along with Honda Sensing. And Honda Sensing is very much like Toyota Safety Sense. You get collision mitigation braking, road departure mitigation, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and traffic sign recognition. And also you get auto high beam function. Unfortunately, with the Accords, you can't get a panoramic sunroof. You can only get a regular sunroof, and there is no heated steering wheel option as well. However, things like heads-up display, memory seats, heated rear seats, and a very important 6-speed manual option is available on the Accord. So, in this category for features, the Accord definitely has the edge. Number 5, the drive. The driving feeling for both the Camry and Accord are very different, mostly due to their engine and transmission. Now with the Camry, you get a traditional V6 that's pushing 301 horsepower and 267 pound-feet of torque. During my drive, the power came on gradually and the 8-speed did well shifting. Manual shifting in sport mode was fun, however, there's some weird stuff happening, such as when you first shift into manual shifting, it goes into 4th gear, no matter how fast or slow you're going. And when you come to a full stop, it starts in that gear. It doesn't actually downshift for you when you come to a stop. It's kind of weird. The drive was quiet, although there are some wind noise that does come through, and both steering and braking were both good. Now with the Accord, everything is silky smooth. Both in the Sport and Touring I tested, the rides were super comfortable and very quiet. I mean really, really quiet. There's no wind noise or road noise. Steering was on a softer side, but it was still controlled without much play. Braking was good, and the 10-speed auto is silky smooth. And of course, if you wanted to bang your own gears, you can do so with the 6-speed manual, and in my opinion, this is one of the best in the industry. Now, the Accord has a 2-liter turbo engine, and it is definitely a good engine. Even though it has 252 horsepower, which is almost 50 less than the Camry, the 273 pound-feet of torque kicks in at 1500 RPM, which rockets the Accord to 60 miles per hour in about 5.5 seconds. That's a few tenths quicker than the Camry. The torque could definitely be felt right away. For me, I give the edge to the Accord in this category. Number 6, price. As for price, a 2020 Accord Sport with a 2-liter turbo engine starts around $31,000, and moving up to the fully loaded Touring trim starts around $36,000. A 2020 Camry XSE V6 starts around $35,000, which has a lower price than a fully loaded Accord. However, if you add on a driver assist package with the navigation, the price jumps up to about $38,000, so it is coming a little bit higher. Now, for 2020 model year, there is a new TRD trim that starts right at $31,000, and most likely it was created to compete with the Sport Edition. I will give a full review of that once it comes out. But right now, comparing the Accord Sport to the Camry, or even the Accord Touring to the Camry XSE V6, I would say the price edge goes to the Accord. So what is the end result? Well, the 2020 Toyota Camry XSE won in exterior looks and interior cabin, while the Accord Sport wins everything else: space, features, the drive, and price. In reality, though, both of these midsize sedans are fantastic, which is why they are leaders in this space. What do you think? Are there some other reasons I've missed which makes you lean on one over the other? Please share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out some of these other videos.